Hello there, everyone. So we've got some paper on the storyline project. This is an album. It's going to finish off with a cover and all that good stuff. So it's a hybrid like between an album and a folio. So it's pretty cool, guys. So let me walk you through the paper. Again, the file folder version is using the Fairies and Fireflies, and the cardstock version will be using the Happy Halloween collection. So I added my closure here. Very, very cute. Okay, this is for photo mats, and I'm going to show you how to structure those photo mats, give you an idea on how to do that. But right now we're doing matting, okay? So it's just easier for you guys to look at all of the matting without all of the final review stuff on top, okay? So I didn't stick some papers down so we can talk about them. In this project, you're going to see various frames with windows, ovals, rounded squares, if you will, I guess oblong motifs here. And those will be SVG files for you guys, okay? So you'll see those there. And I will give it some sort of name in the final review so you know that, this one is, I don't know, frame number 1. All right, but in the final review, I'll give you detail on those frames, but they're all going to coincide to exactly what I did here. So look in your project folder for SVG files. Those take a little bit of time. I don't make those myself. The fabulous Sandy Sandy Geek here on YouTube creates the SVG files for me. So we must be patient, okay? Although she's really quick, but don't expect them like right now. All right. And so here I created a frame. If you guys remember, this is the double pocket. All right. The double pocket piece. I could easily mat this with just two pieces of paper, and that's it, right? And it'll still be beautiful. But I just wanted to give you an alternative to that double pocket instead of just matting regular. And I hate to use the word regular because it's kind of, boring, and there's nothing boring about matting with two pieces of paper, right? To anchor the pocket, but so then for this one, because this paper has so many amazing images and we're going to use them. That's why we buy the paper, right? I don't want to cover any of this, but there's such good real estate here to add photos. So we're going to create a slot. And the reason why we're going to create a slot is because if I add a pocket here, 1, I have to break the paper up. 2, I'm creating more bulk that I do not need. Okay, I do not need any additional bulk here. So a slot will limit our stuffing capabilities. So I like to create slots with one of 2 things. Well, 3 things, with a knife and a ruler, because we've done that always. My favorite slot thing is this punch right here that I've done forever in 10 days. And this is a Stampin' Up! Punch. We can also create an SVG file for the slotted pages. But the slotted pages are, that's up to you. You don't have to have a slotted page. All right, I don't want you to think that you must have a slotted page. You do not. All right, the key to making a really good slotted page is not to push on the punch. For some reason, I feel like it's not lining up for me, but let's see. Gosh, I hope I don't screw that up. It looks like I am going to screw it up. I'm going to do this way because I know what I'm doing. Taking a chance. All right. There we go. Nice. So there's my slot, and I have an opening, right, for some interaction, but I'm very limited as to what I can put there, which is what I want. All right. Or I will also give you a photo a photo collage for this option if you'd like that. So I'm not going to stick this down, okay, because I want you to see the photo collage option. All right, so just that would be the simple matting. I am going to use this though. All right, then we've got our 2 pockets here, remember, and then this is going to have one of my number 8 tags in it. Okay, no, I'm lying, number 10 tags. So if you have the Essentials SVG bundle, you're going to cut a number 8 tag. I've got something in here that I've got to pull out. So I think my pattern paper glued to my, my acetate. So we're going to mat this, right? Oh, there you can see the pocket right there. Okay, so this is for your photo. So this tag is going to help you slip your photo in and out. All right, so this will have a number 10 tag, and we'll do that together. That's during the decorating process. Right now, we're just showing matting. And then here's another one that is excellent to slap a pocket on here, guys. It is. I could do a whole pocket layout on here. But we have to really pick and choose, and I want you guys to see that. It's really important that you see that when you're decorating your albums. You're like, Kathy left so much space here. Slap a pocket on there. No. All right, not for this one. We have to stay within our gusset constraints here. So we can do a photo collage, or we could do another slot. And I love slots because it gives me that interactive element that I love in my projects. And I am limited, okay? I'm limited. So I'm going to stick this in here, and you want to make sure that your first one is right. Oh, I want to show you my second slot option, but I'll use a scrap paper for that because I don't want to use that for this one. Be patient with this, guys, because what's going to happen if you rush, you won't line up your slots, the cuts, and then your project looks sloppy. All right, so there's that slot. So this slot I put down below because I can cover this, right? There's not really a pretty fairy there, okay? So we'll put the slot down below on this one. And we can add some nice embellishing at the top, and we will do that. So I'm not gluing this down so we can talk about our photo arrangements, all right, our collage. And then here I can stick this down, okay, because I matted. With this one, I followed the motif of the file folder here, and I showed you guys how to do that. You make the template exactly the same way. I'm not adding a slot here. I'm not doing anything here. I have enough interaction here, and this is for a beautiful displaying of the photo, okay? All right, so I'm using art glitter glue. I'm done with testing the white glues that I've been working with. And I already have my number 1 for the Paper Phenomenon glue, but I'm trying to test I'm trying to work with a different glue to see if I like it, which is this Beacon. And I got to tell you, I hate the squeezy part of this, but I got to get get past it. So maybe I'll break it out. All right, so I've got to glue this in here because this is staying. We don't have to do anything else here. Okay, so we'll glue this in there. And be careful with gluing this, or I shouldn't say be careful. Pay attention to the corners when gluing this, because remember, this is on the what do you call this thing again? The cheesecloth, and you want to, you don't want to put your little fringe in there, obviously, and you want to burnish very, very, really well, okay? Because you want to make sure that it sticks, especially to the edges. You don't want your paper peeling up. And be careful with when you're burnishing outward, because the glue, the glue oozes, and it'll make your fringe stiff. and stick together. Okay, so be careful. If you do get glue on it, just make sure you comb out your fringe. So if it's going to dry stiff, at least it dries nice and fringy, not all clumped up. You know, it kind of acts like hairspray. Remember back in the day when we used all that hairspray, our hair was like bulletproof? So it'll do the same thing to the fringe. So just comb it out and make sure that it looks the way you want it to look before it dries. Okay? And again, we will be gluing this, but after we talk about our photo options here. And here's another one. This gorgeous paper. Okay? Again, one of those opportunities that if there was more room here, I would add a pocket. And you know what? I'm going to take that back. We could add a pocket here if we want to. We can. And I'm going to show you what style of pocket I would recommend. All right? And this will probably work for all of your panels. So I'm going to size it from the smallest panel. And what I'd like you to do is, whether you're doing file folder or cardstock, this will be the same size. All right, so let me grab a piece, and I'm going to do optional pocket for you guys in your cutting guide. Okay, but this is going to be cut at 6 by 6. And it's a great measurement because, I mean, we can always get 6 by 6, right? You can get plenty out of this. So you're going to cut it at 6 by 6, and then you're going to, this is if you must have a pocket, okay? You can score on all 4 sides at 1/2 inch. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Whoop, where are we going? Where are we going? And here, you know what? This is not going to be in your cutting guide. There's so much in the cutting guide already. I wouldn't know where to stick this. All right, so this is your optional pocket here, okay? Tape on the dented side. So let's recap. We cut it at 6 by 6. We scored on all 4 sides at 1/2 inch. And we're taping all 4 sides on the dented side. Okay, your tape placement, my friends, should always be closest to the cut edge. Okay, always. However, do not go over the cut edge, please. Now you're going to take this piece and you're going to put it point to point. Doesn't matter which side is a perfect square. Cut. Now you've got 2 pockets. Okay, you've got 2 pockets. So let me show you how this is going to work. Even if you have this beautiful large picture that you want here, this will work. So you're going to fold on your score lines to form your flaps, and I'd like you to burnish. So now you have 2 of these to stick wherever you want. Let's say if you don't want a beautiful portrait style page. And I call a portrait style page where there's just a beautiful image, whether it be a photo or paper. Okay. If you don't want that portrait style page and you want a pocket, not a slit, not an insertion point, you know, there's all sorts of different options, alternatives to a pocket. You can do this. All right. And you can still have that slit there if you want to. So here is what you will get. You want to cut these little wingy dings off, okay? Get these wingies off. And this is sized perfectly. Notice that it's not close to the fold. It's right on the edge over here. All right, so it'll fit anywhere. So you can put this here. You can put this here if you want to. Okay, and you can still have that slit if you want it. Or in this big area, you can put it here. Remember, we had this portrait looking page over here. You can still have the portrait page and this pocket, and I'm going to show you how. All right, so let's stick this on here just for giggles. I really wasn't planning to have a pocket, especially here, but let's do it, guys. I'll be careful with what I put in this pocket. So I'm going to do a pocket and I'm going to do a slit. So I'm going to stick this pocket down. You want to be away from the binding, from the fold, forgive me, at least 1/8 of an inch in this case, because And you want to be right on the bottom edge. Because we got a lot going on over here, right? So we want to create at least a little more space. Look at how beautiful this turned out. Oh my gosh, I love it. Now, we can put this down here, and I'll show you how. All right, so I'm going to take this baby, I'm going to stick it in there. I'm going to put it right where I would mat. And I'm going to draw a pencil line. Now you want to be able to delete your delete your pencil line. You want to be able to erase your pencil line, so make it nice and light, okay? Because you're going to cut 1/8 of an inch away from the pencil line, okay? To the small side, not the wide side. All right, so let's grab our trimmer, and there is my pencil line. I'm not cutting on the pencil line. I'm going to cut 1/8 of an inch away from the pencil line. Nice and even. All right, and let me erase my pencil line. So that's how you would mat that. And you would do like this. And then you would do like this. And you still have the whole image. You have that insertion. So you still got that portrait type of style on the page. And then you still have a pocket. Okay. So this is one option, or my option would be, I personally would do a slit at the top. Okay. So, but I just wanted to show you that you do have this option here, which is fantastic. Still. So let's do that. And remember, this pocket will pretty much fit anywhere you want to stick it. Anywhere. So you don't need a second measurement for an optional pocket. Unless you want a different style, and that's up to you, my friends. You can figure that out. Okay, so we got that. We can commit to this. I'm questioning whether I should put my slit or not. I'm not going to put a slit. It's just too much. Too much. So let's get this on here. And this is going to slip into the pocket, so make sure it's in there, okay? Make sure all your little fringes are out and nice and straight, so you won't glue them underneath your pattern paper. Very beautiful. And I'd like you to burnish, please. Comb that fringe if you get glue on it. Make sure it's nice and straight so it doesn't look like you're all frizzy. Okay, this paper is absolutely gorgeous. My goodness, so beautiful. Can't wait to get Faith's pictures in here. Just absolutely stunning. Stunning, stunning. Now, I also decorated this. I will tell you, I regret the green choice that I made here. If you notice, I have two different greens. I darkened it with the, what color green did I darken it with? Hold on, let's just check so you know what I used. I'm using peeled paint now. I'm not using the mowed lawn. The mowed lawn is just too bright. So peeled paint. So I didn't want to go in here with the brush because I don't want to junk this up, but I'm going to figure out something, you know, maybe a more detailed fine brush, and I can do that. But I wanted to show you what I did here, which is very important. Okay. Over here. So here I did a magnet. All right. I left this, I did a little pinked edge here. Let me see if you can. There it is, a little pinked edge on there, glued, and I could just stick something in there. This is for a photo mat, so I'm going to do a frame. And then I just matted here with this paper and layered a second piece over it because I couldn't help myself. So this has a magnet. This has obviously this button closure. Now I want to talk to you about adding these closures to pockets that are already set onto your page. All right, what you're going to do is you're going to cut your mats. All right, you're going to attach the button to your mat and then you're going to glue your mat on. Okay, don't ask me why I haven't done this before. I've done it before, but don't ask me why I'm not consistent with it and then I start shoving my my big bite in a teeny tiny pocket. So attach them to the mat. All right, so this one's attached to the mat, this one's attached to the mat, and then once you attach them, hammer the back really good so you can flatten it out and stick your mat down. All right, that's it. Now this one, I want to show you where I made my holes. I made my hole on the tab. Well, first I did it here. We're not doing that. Changed my mind. I made it on the tab and I'm going to mat over this so it won't show anymore. And then I made it right on the inside of the green frame. See, it's right on the inside. So I want to show you that I attached 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the top, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, the remaining 4, you have a total of 10 in your cutting guide. I started at the bottom. Okay, so I could have this opening here because I knew I wanted to attach a closure. So I needed the opportunity to make a hole somewhere that wasn't going to jack up my frames. So, or my waterfall. So what you're going to do is you're going to make the hole here. Now be careful when you make your hole that you don't make it through this part right here. Okay, you want to make it on the inside, which is, it's really simple to do. And if you make it on the file folder, it's fine because you're going to mat it. I actually, full disclosure, I made it all the way through the file folder because how can you possibly get in there, right? It's through the file folder, but I matted, so I was okay with doing that. Okay. And then let's see. So then I fed the gorgeous tool through the holes and I tied it. I didn't do a bow. You want this to be on the outside. This is why I put it through the tab and I changed it from here because you want this to be out, because if you put it here on top, it's going to add too much bulk. All right, so you really have to think about those things, or you don't. That's why I'm here, guys. I think for you. All right, on your place, on things where things should be placed, right? So you want to tie it to the outside. And that's why I switched in like the whole placement. Well, whoopsie. And I just like this half bow look instead of the full bow. But it's up to you, okay? I love the half bow look. It's my favorite. All right, and now you see it's on the outside. So when you close your book up, see how this stays still nice and flat? Not that I got a big old knot right here. So on the outside, so make sure you put it on your tab. And I am going to mat this, and I am going to put an eyelet there and finish that up. And I'll show you when it's done. But this is a good starting point for you guys to look at the matting without decorating it. So this turned out, this page is just so fabulous. So this will give you an idea of what the other pages are going to look like, right? Look at this. How amazing. Absolutely amazing this turned out, and I love it. And let me know what you think, guys. Give me a quick like. I appreciate the likes and whatever time you take to either comment, but I'm happy with a like. Just give me a like, guys, all right? That lets me know you guys are watching and you're digging what I am sharing, okay? Yep, that's it. So that's that section done. I am going to mat. No, I'm not going to mat this. I didn't mat this for a reason because I'm going to put an eyelet right through there. Okay. And that's it. That's all I got for you. Look at the back, how gorgeous. Here, I glued the paper down. Whoopsie. I glued the paper down on 3 sides. Sometimes my paper clips on 3 sides, so I have a really large insertion point here just to put something in there, and I can keep this beautiful image of this peacock. So I hope you love it. Let me know what you think, guys, and take a minute to give me a like. I truly appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video.